So I'm just gonna be filming my continuation of the throughout the years, and this is going to be my second grade. Second grade was pretty fun. Now, just from my memories, I remember that I liked my teacher, and she always had short hair, and this was also really funny because she always brought in yogurt for her snack, and it was always the Yoplait yogurt. So I don't know, I guess like I looked up to her and I thought like, oh, she's eating yogurt, you know, I want to try it too, you know. So I like asked my grandparents to get me yogurt, and I was like, actually I really actually liked it. My favorite flavor is the strawberry banana. So that was before all these like fancy flavors came out from Yoplait. So I watched her do that, and then it was also really fun because she had this like kind of like a not really string, but like a really lightweight rope, and she hung it across the board like a chalkboard, but it went underneath the board. And the way it worked was like each person gets their own what do you call those, like drying clips. You know, when people did laundry and we didn't have dryers back then, they would hang them. What do you call those? Oh my gosh, I forgot. But like we'd always have those clips or pins, and or hanging pins, is that what they're called? So we had, each person would have one, and then whenever you did classwork or homework, you would put it on that clip. And you know, it has everyone's name written on it and stuff. So I remember that, and then we did, that was the year I read this book. It was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember. It was something about eating worms and like ketchup. It was this boy had, like, he got a dare or a challenge from his friends. Like, this is just the fictional character in a book. And he had to eat worms, and he had to try to find ways that he'd be able to eat it. And one of the ways was like putting ketchup on it, and that's like what I remember the most. And then what we did as a group activity in the class that was really fun that I still remember was that we did like this Oreo, I think it was like Oreo ice cream or just cake type of material, and that was supposed to be the dirt, and then we had gummy worms and we put it in there, and so like that was really fun because it was a delicious, tasty, and fun activity. Also, we did, like, for Valentine's Day, I remember this because, it was funny. I had a crush on this kid, and let's just call him Jay. So, I had a crush on him, and we each person would have, like, their own little mailbox thing, and then you could write each other Valentines, or put Valentine cards, and the teacher, I was about to say professor because I'm so used to saying that now, but the teacher would have like these little construction paper cutout hearts, and you could write each other, like all your classmates, a note. And I wrote something like, I like you, on the little heart, and I stuck it in his little mailbox. And I remember like I was like really nervous, you know, and then, but I don't think I wrote my name on it. So I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I just remember like he wrote something like I like you too, and put it back in my mailbox, and I thought it was like, oh, you know, it's like so cute. I don't know. But I really liked that teacher, and I remember I won some type of like prize from her out of the class, and she gave me like a box of like 2 or 4 pieces of chocolate. So that was really nice. And I don't know, the class overall in general was fairly fun. I think my elementary years were probably the best from my childhood because, I don't know, I had a lot of fun, like a lot of nice activities. From second grade, I just remember also we had this thing where you go into this kind of like workshop, and not like wood workshop, but it's just a workshop where you like do a lot of writing and reading, and I think it was the government or some type of thing like the school had, you could pick out a free book, And second grade was the year that I chose my very first Harry Potter book, and I chose the first book, the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the first, and it was in paperback, but that was the first Harry Potter book I'd ever read or gotten. So, and I got it for free because like there was a bunch of books on like in the library, and you could choose whatever you want. So it was like half library, half workshop, because in the back was where the teachers would work with you and they would have you write stories. Second grade, I wrote some type of like lame little mini story of some sort. I don't really remember what it was, but yeah, that was really fun. And also, I believe second grade was also the year that I lost a tooth, and I was like, I lost it in school. And then I remember the nurse, she had these little like plastic tooth holders, but in the shape of a tooth. It was really cute. And you know, you would just put your little tooth in there, and it was like you can wear it as a necklace or whatever. So I was like, oh, this is so cool, you know, I don't know. I just like little knickknacks like that. And I don't remember, but I think this was also one of those years that Pokemon went big, and I got really into it. Started having like collecting Pokemon cards. But I think those were the main things that stuck out to me the most in second grade. Like, not a whole bunch of things that exciting went on, or at least from my memories. How old was I? Like 8, probably. I think so, yeah. But also, I think as far as like family goes, nothing really happened. Like, I think my grandfather this year had gone from a restaurant. Oh yeah, it was, because I remember I cried. Okay, there was this kid, this brings back really funny memories. There was this kid, and let's call him M. Okay, and he was the biggest meanie ever. I remember he picked on me. Like, he was one of those class bullies, you know, you always got one of those. And I remember I cried because he like bullied me. And then one day, I also remember, I don't know what hit me, but I just started crying, and then like my counselors were like, what's going on, you know? She just randomly started crying, and it was because I think I was feeling the pressure of my family, even though at such a young age, because my grandfather had gone from working in a restaurant job to making like, you know, a decent amount of income into a really, like, he was struggling to find a job because he needed, you know, he was going to school and working at the restaurant at the same time to better his education as, like, for English and whatnot. And so he was going through a rough time, and I guess, like, I felt it as a kid, and I felt kind of like, you know, I couldn't do much, and I just like burst out crying. I don't know why, but it was really embarrassing. And then my grandfather had to come to the school, and we all had this little talk, and they were just like, oh, well, you know, you're I feel so dumb. But I remember that, and I think that was pretty much it. I didn't really have like any close friends. Oh yeah, and this was the year I remember we had to learn to, I think this was the year we did like multiplication. Like, we started learning multiplication, and we started doing like, slight minor division, like, you know, 6 divided by 3, something like that. Things like that. That's really, really light. Yeah, second grade wasn't that exciting. But that is pretty much it for my throughout the years. I mean, if I can remember anything else, I'll probably put it down in the description, but that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and as always, the links of my Twitter blog and all the other ones will be down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.